welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease in my life, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. Oh, that's good. All right. So I've turned off one printer, so that's good. So that's one down. Got like a few more to turn off. So then once those jobs are done, so two of them are printing a thing that I need. So one more piece, and then there's some other pieces I need to print on another one. Thinking, should I put? No, I'm just gonna keep it with that one. So yeah, so just thinking up of stuff. I was working on some other things, and the printers are looking all right, looking okay. It's kind of like getting cloudy outside. That's why I had to turn on the lights here. And yeah, so not too bad. Not as much as I wanted to get complete, but I'm getting there, so that's good. All right, so for this break session, I want to take a look at something because I've been so engrossed in just like 3D printing and trying to get some stuff done for these orders and get them shipped out. And now that I have a little more time to like breathe and think about the next projects I want to create, some of them include like image generation, right? So taking like maybe like a sketch or a piece of artwork that I kind of like have an idea from, and then building on top of it. You know what I'm saying? So being able to just, because I'm terrible with like shading and coloring and all that stuff. Like if I could just get like a nice little sketch going, like an idea going, and then be able to kind of like build on top of it, like I was saying, in like using AI or what have you, right? And so for me, it'd be a lot quicker. And so that's what I'm going to try. That's what I'm going to be like working on in the next few projects. You know what I'm saying? And so part of that, I got this email, which is funny, like 3 days ago. And it's about, I've been using Google Gemini for a bunch of stuff. You know, like asking questions and getting like getting points of views that I never would have thought about. So for like things like domain names, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about buying this domain name. Here's what I would like it to do. What do you think? Give me like a SWOT, you know, strength, weakness, optimization, whatever that SWOT analysis thing is, all right? And it would just break it down and give like this whole research project. And so it gives me like ideas about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Even like coding things sometimes. But we're talking about image generation and or image editing as this thing does. And so I wanted to kind of talk about it. I'm gonna post a link to the docs because I plan on using it in an application or something, right? Like I want to create an application and put it in there, right? But then you can also do it through their Google Gemini like website or what have you. And so I'm going to add a link to this doc that I'm about to show. So it'll be next to the recording of the video at untilit.works. And so I figured we kind of take a look at it. Now, I haven't really done anything with it because, again, I've been thinking about 3D printing this whole time. And so I'm going to actually have to like clean up stuff. And there's some things I want to 3D print, like the light holders. Some of them fell because it gets so hot in here. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't choose the right material to print them from. I just kind of like went for the color. And so I need to like reprint them so they're like more heat resistant. Neither here nor there. But all I have to say, I've been focusing mostly on 3D printing. Now that I'm getting back into like creating some projects that I can get in 3D print, do stuff with, I'm like, I want to see what kind of tools are out there now, right? And so I wanted to talk about, so I got in the email was basically that, hey, Gemini 2.5 flash image, aka Nano Banana, why I'm not sure of the name, is now available in the Gemini API. So I'm like, dope. So kind of like fits in the right time because there's this thing I want to create that I was like, oh, it'd be kind of cool. I was thinking, how the hell am I going to draw this thing out and make it look okay and all stuff? But this, I think I can make it happen. So let's talk about it. All right. So image generation with Gemini, aka Nano Banana. Cool. So now Gemini can generate and process images conversationally. Because before you could use like Imagen, which was, like, we'll take a look at that. So is that going to? Yeah, so you can use this to generate images. I'm pretty sure we might have looked at this before. You know what I'm saying? So this is just a generate image. So this is more like directly, hey, I just want to generate images, right? Whereas like with VO, it's like, hey, I just want to do video generation, Lyria, music generation. So these models are fine-tuned for particular jobs, all right? Whereas with like the Gemini, okay, Gemini has a lot more that it can do. Like I said, like you can ask it coding questions. You know what I'm saying? It has like a thinking thing. Like it does a lot more. And so it kind of like builds upon all those things to get you the image generation. So kind of like they said here, it can generate and process images conversationally. All right. Whereas the other one's just generating images. So now you can prompt Gemini with text, images, or a combination of both, allowing you to create, which is the same thing you do with Imagen. Imagine, I'm not sure he's doing, but you can edit and iterate on visuals with unprecedented control. I don't think you could do that with Imagen before. It was just like, hey, please create this image from this text. Like I don't think it even did it do? I don't even know if you could put in images. Yeah, generate text in images. Yeah, so I don't even know if you could do like put like, hey, I want you this thing to look like this photo. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even sure if you could do that. I think it's just text. Yeah. Okay, neither here nor there. All right, back to this. All right, so what's cool is though, so text to image. So you generate high quality images from simple or complex text descriptions, kind of like with Imagen. But then you have this image plus text to image editing. So provide an image and use text prompts to add, remove, or modify elements, change the style, or adjust the color grading, which is kind of dope. And then multi-image to image. So like composition and style transfer. Use multiple input images to compose a new scene or transfer the style from one image to another. So like if you just had like 4 random images and you're like, hey, so maybe like a background, like a lake scene, a picture of a boat, I don't know, a picture of a dolphin, and maybe a person fishing. Then you'd be like, hey, compose all this into one image. And so it'd put like the boat in the lake, person on the boat fishing, and a dolphin in the background jumping out of the water or something. So that's kind of like what I'm thinking it would do. And then if one of them, then maybe you had another image that was like a cartoon, and then it'd be like add that style, so it'd be turn it into a cartoon or something, right? So, and then iterative refinement. So engage in a conversation. So that's what's the good thing about Gemini. It's like a conversational thing, and we'll take a look at that in the web version. To progressively refine your image over multiple turns, making small adjustments until it's perfect. That's wild. And so then high fidelity text rendering. So one of the things that's always kind of like a problem was text. And so sometimes text will look weird in things. And this thing I want to make, text would be important in it. So we'll see. So accurately generate images that contain legible and well-placed text, ideal for logos, diagrams, and posters. Dope. And then they have the Synth ID watermark. So because some of this stuff is starting to look really, really real. You know what I mean? And so there's putting in this Synth ID watermark so that you could be able to tell, hey, was this thing AI generated or not? Because I already don't believe what I see on social media, but now with all these different models, 100% don't believe anything I see on the internet, on social media, unless I actually saw it with my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Even like video is getting wild. So now they're gonna talk about the different things. So image generation, text to image. All right. So I selected the JavaScript. So the following code demonstrates how to generate an image based on a descriptive prompt. And so it looks very similar to what was for the imaging, right? So you basically check out Google Gen AI. Let's see, does that is going to pull it all the way back to the top? Yeah, it did. But JavaScript. So yes, you have Google Gen AI, but there was the modality thing, right? And so you're basically creating a new instance of the Google Gen AI, and then see the model here is imaging, right? And then the prompt, and then the number of images you want to come back. All right. Whereas with the interesting. Oh wait, scroll. It went back up. That's weird. So as with the imaging, you have this modality that you're getting from the Gen AI library. And then you put in the new, you get new instance of Google Gen AI, just like before. You have this constant, the prompt. And so you have that here. Before, I think prompt was a part of what you passed in, but here is part of the contents. And then you're just selecting the 2.5 image, the Nano Banana preview. It's in preview now. So it's supposed to go, I guess, production at some point. But right now it's a preview. And I think you can use it like for commercial projects, which is pretty cool. All right. So now, then you just basically iterate through it, and it gives you the stuff. All right. So then you just create the image there. Cool. All right. Cool. And so, like, for example, you say, create a picture of a nano banana dish in a fancy restaurant with a Gemini theme. And then this is what it came up with. Interesting. The banana is like sliced in half, and then okay. Oh, and then Gemini with the two things here, and I guess like with like the constellation and stuff there. Interesting. Cool. And it's an AI generated image of a nano banana dish in a Gemini themed restaurant. Okay. Now this is what's pretty cool: text and image to image. So, and there's again, make sure you have the necessary rights to any images you upload. So don't go like bootlegging stuff. And don't generate content that infringe on others' rights, including videos or images that deceive, harass, or harm. So your use of the generative AI service is subject to the prohibited use policy. So don't do nothing shady. All right. So now, okay. So yeah. So here you're gonna be uploading base 64 encoded images. All right. But then for multiple images, larger payloads, and supported MIME types, check the image understanding page. So if you want to do other stuff, all right. Cool. So again, mostly the same stuff. You get the path to the image. You're reading it, so it's the data, and you're creating a base 64 image of that picture. All right. And now the prompt is create a picture of my cat eating a nano banana in and then the other line, it's the new line, fancy restaurant under the Gemini constellation. All right. And then you say, you're passing in the inline data. Interesting. So they're doing it inline. All right, cool. And then the base 64. All right. All right. And then again, you're awaiting the model constants. This is async. Okay, yeah. Then you got that. Cool. Again with the model, and then you put in the prompt. And then you're just returning the stuff again. And you're making, it's a base 64 that comes back, and you're turning that into like image data, so buffer, and then you're writing it to the file with that file name. Cool. And then here we go. All right, that's cool. It has people in the background and stuff. All right, you got it's a fancy restaurant, so it got all the different forks and everything. That looks pretty dope. That looks nice. I like it. Is that how the Gemini thing looks? I'm not even sure. And something just beeped at me. I think one of the things ran out of filament, but we're going to finish this up soon anyway. All right. And then other model things you can do here. All right. And so some of the prompting guides and strategies, right? So describe the scene. Don't just list keywords. I'm terrible at describing these type of things. So the model's core strength is its deep language understanding. A narrative descriptive paragraph will almost always produce a better, more coherent image than a list of disconnected words. So try and like build out as much as you can and be as descriptive of what you're looking for, and it'll understand that. And so, yeah, so like for photorealistic scenes, right? So you have to say like a photorealistic type of shot, you know what I'm saying? And all these things. So that's pretty dope. They give you like a template, and then they give you a full prompt. That's pretty dope. So there's things like, sun etched wrinkles. So you use a lot of adjectives apparently. and a warm, knowing smile. He is carefully inspecting, and adverbs, a freshly glazed tea bowl. So, and again, these sun drenched, sun etched. Like this is wow. A lot of this stuff I wouldn't even think about. And then captured with an 85 millimeter portrait lens. So you really have to have like an idea of what you're looking for to be able to get what you want. And so the more descriptive you can be, the more you can get it done. That's pretty dope. And they can do like stickers and stuff. So stylized illustrations and stickers. This is kind of like what I'm thinking about doing. So this is pretty dope. Now kawaii. So then the template is a stylus sticker. So a kawaii style sticker of a happy red panda wearing a tiny bamboo hat. It's munching on a green bamboo leaf. And then the design features bold, clean outlines. So see this type of stuff again. This I like how this looks, the style of this, and this is probably going to be similar to what I wanted to create it in my head. So being able to see how they, I'll probably just use the same wording. You know what I'm saying? And the background must be white, and so that's basically it. You know what I'm saying? And I just need to decide how I can do this. So I'll probably have the image and this text prompt to be able to do all that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to. So that's pretty much that makes me feel good about the thing we can get done. And if you want to get actual words in there, so like for rendering text, which is dope. So like logos and things, that's pretty cool. So wait, does it say I want like a circle and thing? No, it didn't say. Just minimalist logo for a coffee shop called the Daily Grind, and the text should be in a clean, bold sans serif font, and the design should feature a simple, stylized icon of a coffee. We have A here twice, of a coffee bean seamlessly integrated with the text. So it put the coffee bean there on that D by itself. And its color scheme is black and white. And so like with the circle, the way it placed the text, like I mentioned, putting the coffee bean there, which is kind of dope. Like it kind of makes it all one thing. That's pretty dope. Like that is pretty cool. Like it just did that on its own. That's pretty dope. Oh, you can do product mock-ups and things, which is pretty cool. So you say, hey, I want this thing. And then you can be like, hey, I put my logo. So put that whole the Daily Grind on here. That's pretty dope. And this is like negative space. Okay. Sequential art. Oh, so like comment. Oh, that's cool. Storyboard stuff. Okay. And then you can edit images like you mentioned before. So, hey, you know, put on this wizard hat. Oh, you can different parts. Oh, that's pretty dope. So like, hey, you have this blue couch. Now I want to change it to this couch. And everything else stay the same. Even like the towel or whatever it is on the handle there, shoulder, whatever it's called. It's pretty dope. Oh, here's that style transfer thing. So transfer the provided photograph of a modern city street at night into the artistic style of Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. Preserve the original composition of buildings and cars, but render all elements with swirling impasto brushstrokes and a dramatic palette of deep blues and bright yellows. That's pretty dope. Yeah. That is very, and they even have like the reflections of the stars of like the painting down here in the ground in the reflection. That is pretty dope. All right, and then combining multiple images, like putting this person. And notice her hands are different to be able to kind of like fit better in the dress. Okay. And so she's wearing like a turtleneck, and they would have like because it's a V-neck, so it'd be weird to have that there. So they, wow, that's wild. Okay. And then preserving the details like a face or a logo, so that way you can consistent characters and things. And yeah, and they just added the logo there. That's pretty dope. All right, and then they have this thing where you can like when to use imaging, which we saw before, and they kind of go through that. They talk about the cost and everything too. Okay, that's pretty dope. Okay, so now I figured. So what was some of the things that they talked about? Hold on. I figured to give it a shot in the. Let's look at this one. A single black comic book. All right, let's copy this. Now I'm going to go into this tab. So this is the Google Gemini thing. And it even says here, try image editing with our best image model, Nano Banana. And so you can see like the little banana thing here. So, all right, so let's just try this, see what happens. See how long it takes. I think it said like the latency is a little bit longer because it's doing all this other stuff, but yeah. Ooh, okay. Okay, so it does look different than from the one here. Okay. Okay. I kind of like this. Make it bigger. That is pretty cool. And then see like they're talking about like the text is like mad crisp, very nice. And then it shows the reflection. It knew to do the reflection. That's dope. Holy crap. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right. So okay, let's please. So this is the whole conversational part. Please replace the character under the street lamp with a, I don't know, ninja. Sure. Let's see what that does. Because I shouldn't have to, I don't think, include this. Like it should know it did this. And it hopefully will get me on the same thing, but with the ninja here. Yeah, here's the updated one. Oh, wow. That is dope. Holy crap. Wow. It kept everything the same. Because a lot of times when you go from one to one, it'll change stuff. But everything there is the same, except there's a ninja now. Holy crap. That is wild. So yeah, so that's kind of amazing. And I feel better now about, I was kind of wondering like, how am I going to get this artwork to come together? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have really time to like draw it out and color it and all the other things. And I don't have any money to pay anybody. So with this, it'd be able to kind of get me to where I need to go. Ooh, and another thing that I had where it was kind of like changing stuff up. It might now be able to do it better with the consistent character thing. Okay. All right. So I got a lot of stuff to look into. So have you gotten a chance to check this out before? You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Hit me up on social media. But yeah, this is kind of amazing. And I'm going to get y'all back to work because one of the machines stopped. I think I need to replace some filament, fill it back up. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'm going to send y'all off with some traveling music. This right here, one of my favorite producers of all time, goes by the name of Nujbez. The track is featuring Apani B, and it's called Thank You. All right, thanks for hanging out. When we'll come back, we'll take a look at an artist's website, listen to some music, watch some videos, maybe become a fan. But till then, I wish you much productivity, and thanks for hanging out. This is Nujbez featuring Apani B. Thank you. All right, be easy. Peace.
Let's start from the heart. I just want to stay. I think all the sugar love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love.